Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? We are coming at you live in a living color from right here in East Kentucky up this holler. My name is Heath. This is Frontier Survival, and this is Mountain Grit Live. Hopefully, everyone can hear me. Please let us know. Are the words coming out of my mouth audible? Can you hear me well? We got Stettler Survival in the house already, and Harshman Hills. Good to see you guys. There's my good friend Cal Emery from Passing Through there. Hobo Survival. Good to see you there. Harshman Hills says 5 by 5. Good deal. Appreciate you coming in. Everybody can hear. All right. Good. We were having a little problems with the microphone. I was talking to my guest there earlier. We're going to go ahead and bring him on. Mr. SD Mountain Man, Mr. Scott Gavin. Welcome him to the stage. How you doing?
All right. Howdy, everybody.
But yeah, we got a few folks in here already. Stettler Survival saying excited for the show. Harshman Hills is checking in. There's Cal there.
Howdy, buddy.
But yeah, we appreciate you coming on as a guest. And you know, we do this from time to time, and we've took a pretty good break from it for a little while. But we're back at it, and we're hoping to make it a more consistent thing. You know, we were doing it like every couple of weeks on a Saturday night. So, you know, we're trying to continue on. And I know we had you down on the list as a guest, and we're finally able to get you on here. We appreciate it, buddy.
I do too. I was actually the Eastern Standard Time thing kind of threw me, and it's like, wait a minute, I had things all backwards in my head, and then I got on. I was on there like, wait a minute, and because it's like 7:02 right now to me,
right
here Central Time. So I don't know what I was thinking. 7 there, 6 here, but yeah. Anyway, it worked out. I'm glad to be here.
7 at your place and 8 here. 8.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes after 8 here at the moment.
All right.
Okay, everybody's saying we're coming in clear.
Good deal.
Caden Stettler, there's Stettler Survival. He said he shared it out already, so that's good. Let's see, we got some more people coming in. Mrs. SD 4616. All right. But yeah, you know, we kind of, this is kind of just a laid back type of podcast live stream deal. We appreciate you once again, and we'll ask you a few questions here. You know, it's always, you know, the name of this channel is Frontier Survival, so you know it's based about the outdoors, of course. You know, and we talk a lot about surviving in the woods, surviving in the outdoors. A lot of prepping stuff as well. We don't do a lot of hunting or fishing on our channel, but we enjoy that, you know, because it's part of the outdoors as well. But, you know, at one point we thought we was going to call the channel Frontier Outdoors, but we decided to kind of stick with the survival thing. But, you know, we'll go ahead and ask a question here. You can go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself if you want to, if you don't mind. You know, what you just, you know, if you want to, you can start by telling us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I guess my whole life I grew up in a state park or a state recreation area in South Dakota. The later part of my life from like 10 on was at a recreation area on the Missouri River. The early part was a small park, kind of north central. And the Jim River run through there. I grew up with my dad trapping, hunting, and going along checking beaver traps on the Jim River. And from there it went on to, I got a little older. I went around with my bike and an old bayonet my grandpa gave me, and some number 1 or number 0 rat traps, trapping ground squirrels. And every safety pin I come back with a full safety pin full of tails, I get a nickel. So
that's awesome.
And then, growing up on the river, it was kind of like imagine the show Flipper from back in the day. That was kind of me growing up, exploring the island, the state park or recreation area there. The island was where the Corps had a campground and all that. Boy Scout Club, Girl Scout Club, Isaac Walton League, all that was out there back when the Corps engineers had it. And then when they built the dam and pier, they flooded it and gave it to the state. So I tell you what, I've explored that thing. I know it like the back of my hand.
Oh, I'd say there's no doubt about that. So I guess that right there that was my next question, is where in South Dakota are you from, and what makes that area special to you? That right there just summed it all up pretty much. Unless you got something else.
That right there, where I am right now is southeastern. I'm kind of on the border of Iowa and Nebraska. Well, yeah, Iowa, Nebraska, and Minnesota, really. I'm right in the kind of the panhandle of South Dakota, basically, right now. And just with life and whatnot going on, that's where I'm kind of landed right now. And I got my 6 acres here and love it.
That's great. That is great. I guess we've talked a little bit already about maybe some of your earliest outdoor memory that sparked your love for nature. So do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. I mean, good grief. It said just growing up in the out in the country and doing the things, hunting, fishing. I talked earlier, my dad would spear carp in the wintertime, and he had built a smoker out of an old refrigerator. And so eating smoked carp, game, I was probably about 6. He showed me a picture the other day. I was about 6 when he shot his first deer with archery and whatnot, picture of me with it and everything. And then we moved to Pier. It was getting into that age, about 10, 12, whatever, start hunting or going along anyway. And then when I could get, go hunting, goose hunting on the Missouri River, duck hunting on the Missouri River, pheasant was around there, a little bit of antelope once in a while, deer, just kind of just into it type thing. Honestly, life choices. I wish I'd have went to college and become a conservation officer because of all the cool stuff that I've seen when I was in law enforcement, the stuff that they did, and being out having running around on a boat and whatnot. And I was a park ranger for a summer, but anyway.
Oh, so you were a park ranger? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of. I'm 52. I'm not sure how old you are. But folks our age, that's kind of like what we just kind of grew up doing. Just spending a lot of time in the outdoors. What you talked about was almost exactly what I did. I mean, just, I done a lot of trapping and stuff growing up, or helped doing different things like that. Now, a lot of people here nowadays, there are a few trappers still around, but most of it are people getting rid of nuisance animals. So here in the state of Kentucky, it's mostly coyotes that they're trying to trap nowadays.
Yeah, they got a bounty on them here, $30 a tail. I don't know till when or what dollar amount. I just started here, I think in April or May.
So, I mean, here's a good question. Maybe how's spending time in the woods or in the outdoors changed your life? I mean, it's pretty much you've done it all your life. So
it's just so relaxing. And to me, the thing is the freedom. It just clears your mind. You think about you're as you're wandering, you're looking at other things. You're not worried about what things you got to do or nothing. You're just out there.
Right. Yeah, I can agree with that. So, are you into like bushcraft?
Yes.
At all?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have been basically ever since I was a kid. I mean, I started, I don't know, 12, 14, kind of getting into the black powder thing and mountain man thing, back then. Like I said, even then at 12, I got my first Ruger 1022, my first rifle, and I had a little trap line, trapping muskrat, mink, fox, stuff like that. And so that just kind of came hand in hand type thing. And, but yeah, I just.
Exactly. So, I mean, what bushcraft skill do you think everyone should learn first?
First, I'd say shelter.
Mm-hmm.
shelter, fire, water. That to me, that's the three in succession type thing.
Exactly. Is there a skill that took you long to master, more than others?
I'd have to say bow drill.
Mm-hmm.
It took a lot of trying, a lot of watching videos, and getting it dialed in.
Right.
The material, the materials, and all that. And I had kind of success the first umpteen times. I get brown dirt, brown dust, but until I went out, I think I saw one of my videos way back, and I didn't show the whole thing. Whacking away trying to carve that doggone thing out. I don't know if I paused it or what. It just started once I got it done. But I took that doggone piece of cottonwood, split her 4-way or 3 ways, and I was so tickled pink.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. And see, that's the thing is, I mean, that's a great primitive skill for folks like us, and even some folks that are just maybe starting out and are intrigued about it to learn, or but I can't say I've ever mastered it, but I have gotten it a few times, and I do like to try it every once in a while. I know, well, Statler Survival, that the channel right there that's in the chat, not too long ago, he had a video out where he actually, got something going with the bow drill. And I tell you what, I enjoyed the hand drill quite a bit too. I mean, you just got to watch, those blisters.
So that's that I've never attempted that yet. I just don't think I got the stamina to try and do that, especially for my shoulder issues, And the bow drill, I can't say I'm a master, but I feel pretty confident in it, type thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, I mean, we can always, nowadays we can go out and get a fire going, with a big lighter or any lighter for that matter, Zippo, probably the quickest, probably the best way to use the ferro rod, maybe next, but just being able to have a little knowledge and try to get things going, with a bow drill is great. Flint and steel, that's another one too. Let's see, what is, do you have a favorite shelter to build, or are you just more like just as far as,
I guess the funnest thing with like tarps or ponchos is kind of the ridgeline type deal, one way or another, plow point, against a tree or something, just plain and simple. Or well, like the one in the pictures, that was the silly thing about that doggone picture. If my sister's in here or not, I'm not sure, but that was an awning to a tent that she threw away back years and years ago. My kids were camping out with us one time, me and her and the kids, and I don't know if it stormed or the poles broke or something or ripped. I can't remember what happened. But she threw the tent away, and I was like, doggone, that doggone tarp, that piece of just a little tarp, but you know what? That could be kind of handy to hang on to. And so I took it along that weekend, and I went out, cut that stick, and propped it up under there, and staked it out, made a little doggone shelter just for giggles, type thing.
Right. Yeah, Statler Survival, he's saying here, he said, I was talking about his video there a while back of getting a bow drill fire going. He said the video doesn't no justice. It took a good while to get that going. So bow drill is no easy task. Made him appreciate his ferro rod even more.
Right. Well, there's so many variables with that too. Well, even flint steel. Humidity. If your char cloth isn't dry, your grass or bird's nest isn't dry. Either way, it's right now. I kind of planned on playing around here this week on vacation. I'm going to take a set along and play with it, but it's supposed to be hot and humid, so I don't know what my luck will be.
Well, I tell you what, if you are lucky enough to do that, hopefully you maybe try to film some of that and put that up on your channel.
Definitely.
Yes. Do you have any favorite natural resources to use in camp?
Well, like dried corn silk. Sometimes if it's dried corn silk, milkweed,
Mm-hmm.
dried milkweed fluff, cattail. I don't have much birch bark around here, but I try and gather it when I can, just to have
Right.
some.
Exactly.
The cottonwood or cedar bark, the underside of cottonwood, that dried out, kind of stringy stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what it takes right there. I think I lost my place here.
Thistle fluff. It takes
Yeah.
a lot. That's such a flash type tender deal, but
Mm-hmm.
it's fun to throw a spark into it one way or another and watch it do its thing.
Oh yeah. As far as camping and adventure, is there any one trip that you'll never forget?
Oh, I tell you what. Trying to think how long ago it was now. Probably about 4 years ago, something like that. I don't know if there's pictures up there on Facebook yet of that. Me and a buddy did a semi guided turkey hunt in the spring out in western South Dakota, out by Spearfish. And I tell you what, the worst possible day I will never forget. Put it that way. We woke up that morning and there's a foot of snow on the ground, I swear. And oh my gosh, it's like, do we want to go out? Type thing. We put our rubber boots on, bundle up, headed out. Let's go. Let's get after this. Let's try it. We're not gonna shoot anything sitting at the cabin. And we hiked. Oh my God, I don't even know how many hours we hiked out there, and did a lot of things wrong. But I got some awesome pictures and awesome memories just standing up on that doggone hill with the snow. And it looks like it's black and white in the picture, but it's not. It's just that the clouds and the gray and the snow is just that's how it is.
Okay.
And we had turkeys coming, but we just didn't sit it out. And we got back to the cabin that night. It was so nice to sit in front of that fire, warm feet up, and talk to the guy that run the place there, and we told him all our stories about the day. And we sat and just kind of sighed at all the things we screwed up on, did wrong. But yeah.
Step with Survival, he's got a question here in the chat. He says, what's a skill that you're interested in learning, SD?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say probably, if I was fire, would be that hand drill, trying to get that whole thing down, or nothing else. Work at it and try and get the calluses to handle it type thing. Other than that, I can't think of anything. There's a lot of things I suppose I'd like to learn, but I just can't think of anything right off the top of my head right now that
right.
Fly fishing. I'd like to learn fly fishing sometime, but anyway.
Yeah, that would be great. I've never done that myself. Cal there, he said he hates snow. He said he can deal with the cold, but snow slows him down. I tell you what, I really enjoy watching Cal, especially here in the last. He had a channel a while back, and he's got a little bit different thing going on right now. And not that I didn't enjoy watching what he had before, maybe say a year or two ago, but the stuff he's putting out now, as far as his travels and things like that, it's really great to watch.
I wish he could show the traveling itself, some of it, walk along the road type thing and then getting a ride or whatever type stuff. Kind of neat to see some of that. I had a great time last year sitting out here at the campground talking to him.
Oh, yeah. I can remember. I think you all got some videos up either on your channel or his channel.
We did a Fire Friday. Yep.
Yeah. I watched that. That was great. There's Grateful Trekker, another good channel. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Here's Miss Debbie Gronlin. She's come and joined us. She's a moderator there on our Facebook group that we got going on over there, Frontier Survival Family.
I just friended her this morning.
Yeah, she's
from South Dakota out here, out there side of the state.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Good to see you, Miss Debbie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have a The funniest thing that's happened while camping?
Oh, geez. Not, I guess not camping, but I was trying to think of something earlier. I couldn't really think of it, but it just hit me. So that turkey hunting trip, we didn't come back. We didn't bag anything on that week we were out there. But since we had license, we went out. Oh, I don't know, a couple of weeks later, and it got nicer then.
Mhm.
And brought the wives along. They stayed at the motel and did whatever, and we went out hunting. And my buddy, he's not into all this stuff like I am. He gives me shit. I'm starting a flint steel fire. He's like, good God, give me a torch, give me some gas, I'll get a fire going. That's kind of his deal. So he don't into all this kind of stuff, whatnot. So he gives me grief all the time. I don't know. We're out there, and we had issues. We had 2 turkeys, 2 tops coming in, and all of a sudden, it's one of them things. You've been up every morning, and all the hiking when you're tired. So you're sitting back against the tree, and you kind of nod a little bit, and all of a sudden you hear this noise like. We both snap our necks to each other and like, did you hear that? What was that? Well, we're thinking a mountain lion took our daggone turkey. And we'd seen tracks the last few days. And so pretty soon, when it happened, there was the birds, the woods just got quiet. There was nothing, just dead silence. And so we packed up, walked back to the vehicle, went around the hill or mountain where we were up to their side, and started walking up that road. A trail there, and it rained the night before, and all of a sudden we're looking at like, oh, wait a minute, that's baby kitty tracks. These things were like that big. That's new. That wasn't there yesterday, type thing.
Right.
And so we get up there, get up and walk around the kind of little point type thing, and are coming around back. Well, me goofing off, there's a pine tree and there's some sap on it, and I'm earlier when being out there, I was kind of kicking around and found some fatwood. Had some fatwood. I'm like, oh, I smell that, man. Get that out of here. He's like giving me shit. Well, there's sap dripping off this tree. I go up there, like I'm gonna chew it. He smacks my hand like that guy, little toddler. Get that out of your mouth. Anyway, we get up to the top of the deal. And we sit down again, back to back on this tree. And on the way driving over there, he'd mentioned we should look up mountain lion noises. All right, yeah, we should do that. Just kind of curious, And I'm sitting there, just kind of got my gun propped up my knee and just kind of watching, call a little bit. And all of a sudden, this dumbass plays mountain lion noises through his phone. He Googles it right there out in the, And all of a sudden we hear, meow. I turned around, about beat him. I says, "You think that's a smart idea?" And he just like that shuts it off. Then we're like, kind of looking around. Okay, where'd that come from? I got a patch of tall grass out in front of me. And what's a mountain man to do? Grab a stick, throw it in the grass, see if anything comes out, right? Anyway, nothing came out. We decided to take a different way out of there. But the time we got to the trail to try and figure out how to get down to the road, it's like, oh my God, that's going to be miles back to the vehicle. They're going that way. And it's like, nah, let's just be on the ready, go the other way. And I'll feel bad for a few seconds, but that's about it. Type thing. If I have to feel bad at all, but I'm getting back to the vehicle alive. But yeah, I guess that was kind of one of the funniest things I've
That's definitely that's funny. Oh, I was going to catch up with the chat here. Stetler Survival, he's asking Cal when he may be coming through Pennsylvania. Cal said, good question. He said as soon as he gets his mail, he's going to be hitchhiking from Florida to North Dakota, going to spend winters there, or winters here. Oh, spend his winters in Florida. Okay, I think that's what he's saying there. I think that's a good place to spend the winter. Yeah,
definitely.
Grateful Trekker said they did a 2-week safari in South Africa. That's amazing. Well, I'll tell you what, Grateful, I'll have to have you on the show. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that. Just shoot me a message on Facebook if you ever like to be on the show. But yeah, that was a funny story. That really was. that is definitely. I could come up with a few, but that really tops a lot of it there. Let's see here. I guess you maybe in the preparedness a little bit too, right?
Yep.
A little
Yep.
bit. I mean, I don't know, what does preparedness mean to you? I mean, as far as, I mean, you know, I'm
Just
kind of big into it myself, but
I'm not as big as I'd like to be. But I try.
yeah,
To me it just means being ready. I
exactly.
got a couple generators. I'm just thinking about that the other day that I got. It's June. I got to run them. I try and run them twice a year under load. I usually just
Hmm.
plug my circular saw into it and give her a blast
Yeah,
for a while and just run it for a little bit like that, on and off, on and off. Um,
yeah, good idea.
I got a stockpile of canned food downstairs that's just kind of
Hmm.
rotate through. My shortfall is kind of water. I need to get on some kind of water type deal like that. But no,
Right.
just I don't know, just simple things, just being having stuff around.
Yeah,
I guess I kind of grew up that way. Like I said, growing up in
exactly.
the state park, we were 7 miles from town. There was a little town. No, I don't know how far that was away, but it wasn't too far away. But there again, it's so small. Truthfully, I don't even know if they had a grocery store.
Right.
Uh, the main town, that like I said, 7 miles, but um, in the '70s, blizzards and stuff, you're stuck. Well, matter of fact, we had a one of my dad's coworkers stop by for coffee one afternoon, and ended up stuff came in, and he had to spend the night on the couch because there's no going
Hmm.
anywhere type thing.
Right.
So just kind of, I guess, like, growing up like that, you just kind of think ahead and have extra stuff,
That's,
whether it's screws,
how,
hardware type stuff, whatever.
right. That's how it was. I mean, myself, growing up, I mean, my parents done it, my grandparents, so it kind of just rolled off to me. I mean, so, just pretty much being ready for storms and things like that. I mean, nothing about the apocalypse or anything like that, but I mean, just kind of a common sense type prepping is what I call it.
Exactly. Yep.
Um, and you know, I'm not totally prepared like you, but I mean, I do like to talk about it. I like to, keep things, in a good order and just, be as prepared as I possibly can be. Uh, I mean, I think here in Eastern Kentucky, there's a lot of folks that haven't gone away from that at all. Everybody seems to grow a garden, to put up food for the winter, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Maybe what are three items that you think everyone should carry on a day hike?
A knife, water, and a poncho.
There you go. Good choices. Good choices. Do you know what would you think maybe the biggest mistake beginners make in the outdoors?
Oh, geez. I see it. It's like I said, we talk, in the chat about total other side of the state, but I see it every summer out there in the hills. People just not wearing the right shoes, not being any kind of prepared for going out and going where they're going or doing what they're doing. Not even in the simplest way of being ready.
Right.
They're constantly having to go out and find people and get them out of there type thing.
Right.
Let alone you see it on the news, all the buffalo accidents that happen. So
Oh, exactly. Okay, I maybe got a few questions here about South Dakota. What makes South Dakota a great place for outdoor adventures?
I gotta say the diversity throughout the state.
Hmm.
Um, I've hunted both ends of it, or in the middle.
Hmm.
From antelope, the only thing I really haven't done is any like mountain lion, antelope. Or I never got an antelope, but I went hunting. But elk, I haven't done that. But deer, pheasant, uh,
Hmm.
it's all across the whole state. It's just, and fishing. I mean, the fishing is phenomenal.
Right. That's the thing. Years ago, pheasant, grouse, quail, things like that were abundant in Kentucky. Um, they're no, they're not around anymore. Not at
You
least,
know,
not at least in my state. They have
seeing,
reintroduced elk to
yeah,
Kentucky.
pheasant, this part of the state was really thin, but
Mhm.
oh, I'm trying to think how many years ago it's been. Probably about 6 years ago, they did a bounty program on nesting predators, and
Mhm.
it went from, I don't know, they changed it one year. It went to $5 a tail, but they had, I think it was $10 a tail the rest of the time for coon, skunk, badger, fox. I think what I'm missing. Anyway, yeah, and they even gave out the first year. They gave out 3 traps to everybody that signed up, 3 live traps. And so basically, yeah, just hack the tail off and turn them in, and that has really helped out this side of the state a lot. I mean, we see a lot more pheasant than we used to years ago.
We're just catching up with the chat here, making sure we didn't
Yeah.
miss nothing. Oh, yeah, Cal's saying SD Mountain Man and I have met Harshman Hills. The both of you are awesome. That's good.
Thanks, Cal.
Debbie, she said, do not pet furry cow in South Dakota.
All right. I can't. I probably can't tell the stories I got on here when I was a youth, though, out in Custer. My sister knows.
Right.
Not so smart things to do. I think it had to do with the time of the year where he's lucky.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Why do you think that people may be reconnecting with bushcraft and self-reliance?
I really don't know, but I have noticed that it seems like I was thinking when I got into my channel,
Mm-hmm.
basically come around, how many years ago, I was sitting there and looking at, watching YouTube stuff, this and that, like how to make
Mm-hmm.
ramp pumps, or just kind of watching all kind of just, you go down that rabbit hole of this leads to this, this to this to this, then I get into,
Absolutely.
oh, doggone, I finally got into the stuff that I did growing up, and stuff I really have been kind of away from, raising kids and just
Right.
life and everything. And it's like, doggone, so then I started getting back into it, start doing a lot of the stuff I was watching. But
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't till how many years ago my guy I went to work with, he had a channel, and I was just like 6 subscriber. Now he's like, holy buckets, Golf Star TV. I don't know how many doggone subscribers he's got now. He won world champion drag racing back, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, something like that.
Okay.
He won that. He's from right here in town, and that's what he's about now. His channel in the beginning was about, he's flying drones, doing some RC stuff, a little bit of
Uh-huh.
drag racing, whatnot. But yeah, and so back when I was on YouTube and just looking at stuff, I didn't want my real name on there. I didn't know what this whole thing is, so I just put Mountain Man, and
Right.
that kind of fit me and whatnot. So I
Yeah.
just put that, and then after we were out, I think when I started my channel, we were going out to pier back home, and I watched one of his videos and made a comment about, I should get a camera and I should start a channel. You got a
Mm-hmm.
camera on your phone? I'm like,
Yeah.
huh. And so then me and the wife out hiking that next day out there. That's that's my very first video, all the frogs. And the video doesn't know justice, because on the way out, them daggone things were bouncing off our legs, just
Mm-hmm.
crisscrossing the path, just nuts. And so I
Right.
finally tried to hold the phone down, a video on the way back out. And so that's kind of how it began. And then I don't know, somewhere along the lines, like, okay, I got to change this. There's too many channels, Mountain Man this, Mountain Man that, whatever. Too many channels. So
Right.
that's when I just, that South Dakota SD.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it makes sense. It does. Um, that already kind of answered another question there. One of the other questions I had about content creation was what inspired you to start sharing your adventures. So I guess that kind of answered that a little bit. Okay, let's see here. I'm just making sure we didn't. is there any lessons that nature has taught you about life?
I really don't. I can't really think of anything other than just like I said, I think earlier, just being out in the outdoors. It just
Right.
kind of clears your head. You get in a different zone.
That's
I
exactly
do.
what I was going to say.
I just get in a different zone. Some of the I don't. That's kind of probably weird, but some of the things I've noticed, or I think anyway, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just crazy thinking, but if I'm out like on them hunts like that for a week or something like that, I notice my hair grows faster, my eyebrows. I don't know. That's something I kind of. It seems like to me anyway. Just like your body tries to help protect you from the elements type thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just crazy talk.
No, I think you're right. I think I know exactly what you mean. I think I've noticed that myself. I mean, in my own.
If you're out there a few days and then, compared to just going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home type thing for a few days, you don't
Right.
notice any change. But if you're out there, your beard grows a little faster and in a couple
Right.
days, type thing. Yeah. I don't know.
If you could teach every kid one outdoor skill, what would that be?
How to build a shelter.
Yeah, I think that would be.
I've done some youth library classes. I took the Creek Stewart class 3 years ago or whatever it's been now, and
Okay.
done some youth library classes. Basically, how to put markers down or saying I went this direction type thing. Shelter. The very first one, I give them each a little mini survival kit, some fishing lines, some wire for snares. Showed them how to make snares, tie knots.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So,
that's. I kind of got started here. This, well, I will be starting. My boss has got a trail life troop, which is kind of like the Boy Scouts. It's a little bit more Christian based and this, that, and the other. But yeah, he's wanted me to kind of help out a little bit with that. So
cool.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Let's see. What was do you have a favorite video or project you've created so far, as far as on your channel?
Oh, I guess really not. I don't have anything that really pops. Right. Kind of just.
I mean, you're just kind of like me. I'll plan out stuff sometimes. A lot of times it's just, I get an idea in my head and I want to, make it. I like to talk more than anything, seems like, but it's just kind of how it is. I can't think of anything really in, as far as what I got going on my channel, and I've been doing it for, probably since COVID started. 2020 is when I started, somewhere around in there, and can't really think of nothing either. I mean, I just enjoy doing them all.
I've got right now. I've got 4 products I got to get done. Work's just been tough lately. It's been 50 some hour weeks and whatnot. I went out to the middle of the state twice this week for issues, so it's been rough with work. But yeah, I got a company that sent a couple more gun things and a radio pouch, and then I got a super clean deal coming up and a giveaway. With that, I've been waiting I got to get around to doing that. Is just like I said, just been time what we have for rain and whatnot and all the mowing, and I just worked on my motor today, put bearings in the front hubs, and it's just like I said, I got to get back to that AR build that I did a while back, quite a few years ago. I got some more stuff I put on that I haven't showed yet. I got to get after that, but yeah, something like pet project type thing or whatever. I don't really have anything. It's kind of all over the place type deal.
Yeah. What is it you do for a living? I'm not sure if we.
Pest elimination. Pest elimination.
Okay.
All in all through life, I've done kind of from A to Z.
Oh, me too. I mean, now I manage a hardware store, which is it's pretty cool. I enjoy doing that. One of my favorite things is when somebody comes in with the boat and they don't have any idea what they got, and helping them
Yeah,
out. Yeah, what kind of
that's
thread
like,
pitch you got there?
I went and when I worked at the nursing home, I was maintenance director at the nursing home, and I had a doggone pipe break off or valve and trying to get that nipple out. And I went to the hardware store looking for a nipple extractor or his nipple wrench. And the gal, she's kind of looking at me like, "What?" That's what I want. And so she didn't know what I was talking about. Oh, come on, let's go to the plumbing section. Let me look around. There we go, right there. And I got back. Well, I worked with her husband at the nursing home. I had to give him shit then, Your wife didn't know. He worked with the hardware store. She didn't know what a nipple wrench was.
We kind of got through some of the best questions, I think, but I got a little lightning round here. Maybe just some quick stuff here. We'll start off with this one: coffee or campfire tea?
Coffee.
Me too. Mountains or prairie?
Mountains.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Amen. I think this one I know, but tarp or tent?
I actually tent, but I like building tarp shelters.
Right.
There's just something about the rustic, the simpleness of type thing, and doing it to the weather conditions type thing. I like that, but I like the comfort of a tent. My age.
Right. Well, I agree with that, and I mean tents are a little bit more comfortable, but but I also like you said, and a lot of times I got a good canvas tarp that I like to do some configurations with, things like that. So that kind of brings back some more of the mountain man type stuff.
Yeah.
Axe or saw?
Saw.
Fire steel or lighter?
Well, both, but I mean, right off a lighter. I mean,
yeah.
Lighter match. Go ahead.
What
was that?
Oh,
I was going to say.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say lighter first, matches next, then ferro rod, and on down the.
There you go.
Down the trail.
There you go. Summer or winter camping?
Summer.
Favorite camp meal?
Oh, them hobo meals and tinfoil hamburger with the sliced potatoes and carrots. Oh.
There you go. Favorite animal to see in the wild?
Oh, I really don't have any. I mean,
right.
I suppose deer.
Yeah.
They're a little bit. I mean, don't see as many as. I mean, I see all over the place. I see turkeys and pheasants kind of here and there, but I don't know, something about seeing deer, especially baby deer, is kind of neat, Yeah.
Well, I mean, I agree. I seen one the other day just right here in my front yard.
Oh, geez.
Well, I think that's probably it. I mean, there's one last question here. What do you have one word that describes the outdoors?
Freedom.
Hey, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Thank you.
I think that one might make the highlight reel. All right. Hey, that's all the questions I got. Not sure if anybody in the chat or we still got 9 in the house watching, so that's cool. We appreciate you sticking around with us.
Definitely.
We've had a few other people jump in here that we haven't said hello to. Creative Redundancy.
Oh, CR. Howdy, CR.
Outdoors with Big Matt. He's here.
Hey. Awesome.
Okay, I think Big Matt, he's a moderator with the channel, I believe. So he's been dropping some links. So thank you for that, Big Matt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So not sure if anybody in the chat has any questions, but feel free to ask SD any questions you might have, or any other comments you might have. We'll continue on here. Just kind of chit-chatting and whatnot. We usually try to go an hour or so, but we don't always have to. But
speaking of Big Matt, I gotta do my doggone other update on my 5-gallon bucket challenge too yet. It really hasn't done much, but I keep watering it and hoping.
There you go.
Now that I put a grate over the top, the birds can't steal the little plants.
Right.
Now I'm excited to get out this week. We're taking the kayaks, the boat, and
Yes.
hopefully do some fishing and the whole thing.
You say it's going to be starting to get a little bit humid.
It's today it's throughout the day today. It got more humid, not that hot, but just humid today. And then tomorrow, it's supposed to be in the hundreds, or close to 100 throughout. I think next weekend. I think. Sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I'm not sure. I've never been to the Dakotas at all. Actually, I've never been any northwest or anywhere other than like as far west as I've been is probably Missouri. I mean, that's just the next state over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been all over the South. I mean, I used to for about 15 years I worked as a deckhand on the inland waterways. The rivers here.
Yeah.
So I worked on petroleum barges. Was a tankerman. So I unloaded and loaded barges with petroleum products and kind of stayed on a boat for 28 days at a time and just pretty much lived there. Then come home to the wife for 28 days.
Really? 28 on, 28 off?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a good job. Just kind of got to where, got a little older. Of course, I'm not elderly. I'm not a very old man. Like I said, I'm 52, but for some reason, the rigors of that, I started getting arthritis real bad and just couldn't really do that work anymore.
Yeah.
And now my job, like I said, I'm manage a hardware store and it's indoors pretty much. So, and I don't try to sit behind a desk all day, but I do spend a lot of my day behind the desk.
Imagine ordering and stuff like that, books.
Yeah. I do all the ordering and which ordering nowadays is easier. It's just an app on your phone. You can just go around and punch numbers in or scan it with your phone and tags and whatnot. And, say I want 6 of those or 12 of these or whatever. But it's a pretty good job though. It's close to home, so it's 10 minutes away from the house, so that's good.
Nice.
Just a local mom and pop hardware store here in my little hometown. It's been around for 75 years.
Jeez. Yeah, the ace we got here in town. I tell you what, it's nice to have when you need something that's there. Good grief, I can't tell you how many times in the 11 years that's a nerd home, how many times I was down there getting stuff, And if it's something I regularly use, they just keep it on, certain things like aerators. I mean, we got how many doggone sinks in the nursing home, that special aerator that fit. I knew it fit. I'm not messing with nothing else. They just keep extra few on hand, whatever. If it's a toilet that I needed, a ADA toilet or something, they had it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sell more ADA toilets than anything, and that's just because even folks. I mean, I even got one in home, and I'm not handicapped, but they just sit higher, and they're just,
Yep.
Let's see. We're talking about age in the chat. Oh, Grateful Checker said, "Dang, I'm 51. myself, but trying not to slow down.
keep it up if you can.
Cal said someone is 2 years older. I'm not sure if I'm 2 years older than Cal, or if Grateful Trekker's 2 years older, or what.
I wonder if he's talking about me, 2 years older than him.
Oh, maybe.
I gained another one next weekend.
Oh, yeah. I had a birthday back in March, so I got a few more months now. Wait till another year comes around.
This whole deal, we go out to the river. We've done it year before last. We did it again, and then last year I don't remember. We just kind of hang around here. I think. Well, I remember 4th of July lighting fireworks off out here with the grandson, the youngest one. But for years, I wanted to just on my birthday, just drop me off in a kayak, in my backpack on the river, and pick me up in a couple days, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just float it, fish, take apart Ruger 1022, whatever, and there's a rabbit, something to shoot or catch something, cook it, and just kind of veg out and float the river for a day or two. So I don't know. I'm thinking in 2 years that might be my 60th goal.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
That would make a good video as well. Oh, Stettler Survival used to be a chef, he said.
Oh, really?
Years. So they were supposed to teach a camp cooking class today, but got rained out.
Huh.
Yeah, Bobby O'Shields, good to see you. That's my good friend from over on the Facebook side of things.
All right. Cool.
Okay, he said just found out from Caden Stettler, that we were live. He's here. Good to see you. Yeah. Not sure exactly how much longer we're going to be live, but we're here still. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah. Oh, Colin, he does a lot of live streams.
Usually twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be coming down for this week for a while anyway, but vehicle issues and whatnot, he can't make it. So
that's basically. I mean, every now and again, I think he'll drop an actual, another type of recorded video, but it's mostly he just likes to do the live streams, which
just live.
I enjoy him. I enjoy watching his. I mean, I can't remember who is it that he has most a lot of times on there with him. Foxit Outdoors, I think.
Yeah, Cliff. Yep.
Yeah, he's a good guy too.
Oh, for crying out loud, Pest Hunter.
Yeah, Pest Hunter.
Yeah.
Another one.
CR usually drops in there.
Oh yeah. CR, he'll come by here a lot too when we're live. He'll comment on the videos that we drop and things. I like CR too. He's a good guy. I've been thinking about. I mentioned this probably on the last time we live streamed. I would like to do some type of little gathering here for my channel, just here in my area. Invite folks in from all over, if they would like to, a little frontier survival gathering. It would be cool for, the folks that drop by and comment. If you, I mean, sometimes it might be a little too far for a lot of folks to travel, but, either way, you see that happening all the time. You take somebody like Blackie Thomas. I think he has a gathering like that every year down in his home, Alabama. And I think folks come from all over, just to see Blackie.
Yeah. I went out to, what's that been, probably 5 years ago, something like that, to the Pathfinder gathering out in Ohio.
Yeah. That would be something. I
met them all out there. Tony, Corpus Corner, Black Hat, all of them. Jax.
Oh, yeah. Jax Janega. Yeah.
Yep.
She's on that newest edition of Alone.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't got to watch any episodes yet, but she's on there.
It's out right now.
I think so.
I gotta go check that out. Doggone, I didn't know that. Huh?
Yeah,
Cool.
she I seen some stuff on Facebook about it. I think there's been maybe the season started, I think.
I just haven't been on TV hardly. I said
Oh,
enough to
me neither.
watch the news and go to bed because I got to get up at 5 and get rolling.
Oh, Stetler said they'll come down to East Kentucky if I ever have a gathering. Yep, you're right, Grateful Trekker. The Red River Gorge is a great place to hike and camp and just do different things here in East Kentucky. I'm about 30 minutes from it.
Huh.
You have the Red River Gorge and the Natural Bridge State Resort Park, which is nice. I mean, it's all kind of ties in together, but it's just a big sandstone arch, and it looks just like a bridge. I mean, that's why they call it the Natural Bridge.
All right.
It's pretty cool. And they got a little lodge there where if a person wanted to stay in, they could stay there and visit. And you can hike to the bridge, or if you're not able to hike, you could take a sky lift up to it. They got a couple different trails up to it as far as hiking. One's a more moderate than the other one. One's just like a mile or so. Probably not as strenuous. There's another one that could push a fella.
Yeah. There's a spot out in the Black Hills I want to get to sometime before I can't make the deal, but it's called the Hippie Hole, and it's basically a couple different pools. It looks like, from what I've seen in pictures, there's a couple different pools, just natural rock formation pools that the stream runs through. And there's one, of course, the hardest trail is the longest, I think, and the hardest trail is the shortest or whatever, but the longest one is the easiest. And but I'd like to get out there and check that out sometime. It's kind of one of them things that if you know type deal. So there's not really a map that I know of to like just here's where you park and walk there, type thing. It's just it's out there.
Old Cal said if I ever had a gathering, he would do everything in his power to make it.
Yeah.
Oh, Grateful Trekker said he loves Hanson's Point. In the Black Hills, if you can do the Centennial Trail.
Yep. I actually way back years ago I hunted along that. My uncle had a cabin that wasn't too far from it back in the day. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, I think we'll probably go ahead and end the show here. Got to get up and do some things in the morning, but I do appreciate you, SD Mountain Man, for coming up here and being a guest and let me interview you and letting folks get to know you a little more.
I appreciate it, Heath. I really do.
Oh, you're very welcome. We appreciate all the folks that came in the chat.
Definitely.
But we'll go ahead and end it here. But guys, you know what? You know what we tell you all the time: stay ready, stay gritty. We'll see you on the next one. We appreciate you.
Take care, everybody.
Oh, you can stay on. I'm going to end.